Hey, what's up knitters? This is Jana from Purl Together, and in this week's technique video I'm going to show you something a little bit different. So we've all been in a situation once in a while where maybe you're traveling or you just kind of forgot to have the yarn store, your local yarn store, wind your yarn for you, and then all of a sudden you're left with a skein and it isn't wound and you don't have a swift and a ball winder. So what do? So you can certainly use a wooden spoon. You can use a nostispinne. Maybe I'm not pronouncing that correctly. It's a technique of winding a cake of yarn that pulls from the center or a center pull ball using a wooden spoon or a nostispinne, a tool meant for that. Or I'm going to show you how you can use your thumb to accomplish the same purpose, because not all of us have a wooden spoon when we're traveling or anything to use like that, but you can always use your thumb. Before we begin, I want to express my gratitude to my patrons. These videos come to you each and every week because of patron support, so thanks for that. Go check out what I'm offering over at patreon.com/Purl Together. So if you have a full skein that you just need to unwrap, you can either drape that over your neck, you can put it over your knees, you can put it on a upturned chair, anything that's going to let it drape, or a doorknob even, and keep it from being tangled while you're pulling strands from it. Okay, let's get started and I'll show you how I do a center pull ball from my thumb. Okay, to begin I'm going to take the end of the yarn, which is going to end up being the center of my ball, and I'm going to put it just underneath my big thumb knuckle and kind of hold it there. Now I tend to wind from the bottom over the top. Now if you go the other way, then that's fine. You'll just want to reverse how you have the tail, whether the tail is pointed up or down. So mine is pointing up because I'm going to begin wrapping, and I want to have my tail kind of right there behind my thumb joint, because I'm going to wrap this at a 45-degree angle to start, and I want to go down and then up like this. So it's kind of at a 45-degree angle to my thumb. Now I'm going to need to hold that there for a couple of wraps, and you don't want to wrap too tight, because obviously as you get going here, you don't want to start cutting off your thumb circulation. That would be bad. So after you do, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 wraps, you're just going to turn this about a quarter turn. Okay, turn the whole mess and continue wrapping at a 45-degree angle to your thumb, diagonally to your thumb. Turn that again, about a quarter turn around your thumb, and just keep going. Just keep doing that, making sure that you're wrapping relatively loosely. You don't want it too loose, but you certainly don't want your thumb to be turning purple by the end of this. So turn it a little bit and keep wrapping. I don't know, I probably do 6 or 8 wraps before I turn. You'll get the hang of it. It just do what feels right. So you can see how that's starting to look. Okay, so that was maybe 8 or 10 wraps. I don't know, I wasn't counting. And you just keep doing that all the way around. So let me do this for a little bit and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, you can see how my skein is starting to grow into a ball on my thumb, and in theory you could just keep doing this and it can get as big as it needs to get, as long as you're not cutting off the circulation to your thumb. Okay, I finished winding the tidbit of sock yarn that I had, so when you're done, all you do is take your thumb out. Now if you have a skein, a label or anything that you want to kind of roll up and put on your thumb, and then you can insert that into the center of the ball when you take it out, because when you remove your thumb, it's gonna, all the yarn's gonna go whoosh and kind of fill in. So then when you're ready to begin knitting, you can either just knit from the outside, or you can fish around and find the yarn, find the end that you left on the inside. So is it as pretty as a ball winder cake? Well, no, but it is certainly functional, and it's a good option if you don't have a ball winder or don't have one in the budget, or you're traveling and need to do this. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. The other thing I realized you could certainly do, so you don't end up fishing around too much, is when you first start wrapping, just leave yourself a little tail out the top and start wrapping around, so then you'll have a little tag end sticking out the top. Makes sense? So full disclaimer, I have not wound an entire 400-yard skein using this method, but there's no reason it wouldn't work. So I've primarily done, tidbits like this, or half skeins, or particularly if I've frogged something and I'm not in a location where I can steam it and reskein it the way I would prefer, I'll just put it back into a center pull cake and go ahead and use it. So let me know if you found this video helpful. Drop me a comment down below, push the thumbs up and the subscribe button if you're so inclined, and join me over on Patreon. Thanks for watching.